And we back again. Y'all know what it is. It's about time with Rashawn's About Time Boxing, where I tell you all the time, I'm not new to the fight game, but I'm new to the YouTube channel thing. So for everybody that watch my videos and, who has been subscribing to my channel, I really appreciate it. And I just like to say shout out to all the other YouTubers and boxing channels and everybody that's doing their thing. We don't hate over here at Rashawn's About Time Boxing. We support and we congratulate. So shout out to all the other, boxing channels and YouTube channels that's doing their thing. So, I hope y'all continue to win. I want to see everybody win. Okay, Adrian Broner versus Ivan Redcash. I think the fight is supposed to be set for February, I think, or something like that. So he's coming back. Adrian Broner is like a Mike Tyson. He can disappear. I mean, I know he's been active on social media and things like that, but I'm just saying as far as like in the fight game. His last fight was against Manny Pacquiao, and I just like to say I do my best and I talk to my people and we see what we come up with next. That's my little Pacquiao impression, but yeah. So his last fight, I believe, was against Manny Pacquiao, and so now he's coming back. One of the questions I do have: now he say this is the second half of his career, and it is. But can Adrian Broner mentally, emotionally, and psychologically buckle down and stay dedicated long enough to be successful during the second half of his career? Now, I know he recently made a video on Instagram and he was talking about how a lot of people turned their backs on him and people who he thought really loved him didn't. I know he said shout out to Al Heyman and Steven Espinoza, said they never stepped in the ring and took a punch, but they still rich. And he talking about he broke and how, he don't have a problem with eating ramen noodles. And, he said he preferred a broke life. But with all due respect, to the problem, I got a problem with him saying that. And I'm going to tell you why. It's humbling, and I know that it's a humbling experience. Like he said, he ran through 40 million plus, and now he got like $12 or $13 in his bank account. He said he bought a bottle of water, so he got like $12 in his account. It's a humbling experience being broke, but nobody wants to be broke. Now he said he's rich broke. I guess because he's a celebrity, his status, he can still, he say he got rich friends, he can call and ask to pay for some stuff. He say he got to pay it back, this, that, and the third. But Adrian, I don't think you prefer the broke life. Because in all the other videos that you put up, you can see that he was enjoying the rich life. Enjoying it. And whether he's saying he's broke now, for whatever reasons, I mean, that's none of my business. But I will say this now. He said, when he said shout out to Al Heyman and Steve Espinoza and people like that, he couldn't put Floyd in that bracket. But Floyd, there's a lot of people around Adrian Broner, because, it's 2 to 3 sides to every story. It's one person's side, then another person's side, then there's one person's side, another person's side, and then the truth lies somewhere in the middle. But I believe that you got guys like Al Heyman, Steve Espinoza, Floyd Mayweather, people like that. I believe you had people around Adrian Broner when he was making money and he was actively fighting, and they were trying to tell him, they was trying to tell him, like, Chris Brown and Jeezy, tone it down. They was trying to tell him, tone it down. Tone it down, man. when he was, like doing the rapping and things like that. It was a video put up before he fought Maidana. And it was him, it was Adrian Broner, Floyd Mayweather. I think Floyd had one of his daughters with him. And they were, I believe, at a Lil Wayne concert or something. And they was on Lil Wayne's tour bus and stuff. And they was talking about Adrian Broner had put on some weight. And he talking about, oh, that's nothing. That's going to be gone. I get rid of that, this, that, and the third. And Floyd even said that he was telling Adrian Broner, like, look, man, if you going to do this boxing thing, you got to be dedicated, bro. If you want to be what you say you are, about billions, and you trying to be that next level guy, you got to be dedicated to this and only this. You got to make that sacrifice. Said you can't be a rapper and out here making other videos and things of that nature. So I believe there were people like Floyd Mayweather, Al Heyman, and Steven Espinoza, they were trying to, I believe they were trying to guide him, but, Broner was young. You know what I mean? And he honestly felt like he was next to take over. And I do believe that he may feel some type of way about, Floyd Mayweather's relationship with Gervonta Davis and things of that nature, So in the video that he put up on Instagram, when he was saying, like, people fake love you and things of that nature, it's a toss-up. Y'all can only guess, the person or persons he may be referring to. That's why he say he be by himself and, he can't talk to nobody, so he go on Instagram and things of that nature. But again, like I said, I do believe that, I believe that Al Heyman, especially Floyd, because Floyd was an active fighter, and Floyd was, and being as though Floyd was the top guy. So Floyd was trying to tell him, like, listen, man, I know what it takes to get to this level. I know what you got to do. You can't just say that this is what you're going to be, and then you don't make the sacrifices, and you don't put in the necessary work and, things of that nature. And, I just believe that Adrian Broner probably had too many strings tugging on him from different, angles. So he would, so the people around him, he was trying to support. He probably was trying to, appease and please everybody around him. Okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do, I believe he was trying to do those things. And he got caught up. It happens. He's a, like, make no mistake about it. He's a human being. So human error is a natural part of life. We are all human beings, and none of us are exempt from it. So human error is a natural thing. You live and you learn. That's the whole point. So now that he's on the second half of his career, so now we got to see just how much he has learned from what he's been through in the past. And based on his most recent video that he put up on Instagram, about everybody walked away from him, people barely call him now and things like that. So, but we know how it is, like, it's like they say, pretty girls that have you crying the blues, but when the ugly girl leaves, she ain't nothing to lose. So everybody want to be around you when you winning. You know what I mean? And he's saying that people, he's saying, people, kicking him while he's down and, and all that. He said, oh, but that's nothing. I'll be back. Y'all acting like I won't. He's like, y'all acting like I won't be champion again. Like, y'all foul kicking me when I'm down, no shoes on. So, I mean, and to be honest, I don't think that people are kicking him while he's down. I think people are basically just making comments based on the videos throughout the years that he has put up himself. So they're just responding. So they only, like, they're not around him every day, so they don't know him as him, the man, the person, the father, the family man. They only know what he says in reference to that. But at the same time, people don't always, listen to what you say. But they always watch what you do. So people are making these comments based on things that they've watched him do. In the Walmart, giving a lady the money, she give him the change. I'm AB, I don't need no change. Throwing them, you know what I mean? So, like I said, they don't always listen to what you say. But people always watch what you do. And what people say, you know what I mean? Like, the the eyes believe what it see. Perception is reality. So if you put a certain type of perception out there, then people going to take it to be real. So I believe, you know what I mean? But, you know, he said, you know, he's knocking out this bum, you know, this bum ass bleep Ivan Redcash. You know, I know Ivan Redcash has did some sparring, I think, with Adrien Broner and Gervonta Davis and maybe some other people. We gonna see. Let me know what y'all think. You know what I mean? Just let me know, you know, let me know what y'all think. You know, I feel like that, like, if this is the second half of his career, like he says, I believe that he has to really be dedicated mentally, physically, emotionally, and psychologically. He has to really lock in now. Because if and this is the second half of his career. And I would say maybe, all right, if he beats Ivan Redcash, and then let's say he get a big name after that, like, people are gonna know, they're gonna see, and then they're gonna comment like, oh, he just came back just to make money. Because you got to remember, even Mike Tyson, when he got out of jail and he signed that big contract with Showtime, he said, man, look, he said, I stopped fighting no one a long time ago. He said, I only took that money, man, you know, because I was trying to take care of people. I had bills, and I was trying to get out of debt and all that. So, you know what I mean? So, you know, AB, if you going to do it, baby, you going to have to do it, man, because you don't want people to think that you just talking, you just coming back just to get the money. I mean, now you good at selling yourself. You good at selling yourself. That's why I said, like, you could put his name on the marquee, and people gonna pay. They gonna show up, whether they gonna show up to see him win or lose, but they gonna show. He can sell it now. He did enough things that, you know, like, he can say. And when he knuckles down, like when he boxes, I believe he's a force to be reckoned with when he boxes, because Adrien Broner can box. You know, but the pot shot, pitter pat, it's the time to do all that, you know, or slapping with your punches, like, no. Because I've seen some training videos with Adrien Broner where he was like really boxing, like, you know, combinations, you know, speed and all that, you know what I mean? So he got it. He got the tools. He definitely got the tools. But how deep is he willing to dig to pull those tools out? Because this is the second half of your career, so it's like you're starting over again. And it's possible that you can be 5-time world champion. But are you willing to put in the work to do what it takes to be undefeated on the second half, for the second half of your career?